Israel is now joining us, Mr. Gideon Sar. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. First things first, please help our viewers understand what is Israel's ultimate objective in this war, which is now into its sixth day. Is it to end the Iranian regime, or is it to completely finish off Iran's uranium enrichment program?
Our aim is to remove a double existential threat. The threat is, of course, the Iranian nuclear program, which came very close to nuclear weapons, which, of course, we cannot allow to happen because this country is openly and publicly declare it want to destroy, it want to eliminate the state of Israel, and it also taking steps in that context. So this is simply impossible. And the second threat is ballistic missile program, which is already in huge numbers, but they have an intention to have a mass production, to have in a very short time 10,000 ballistic missiles. For a small country like Israel, it will be unbearable. So we went out and we took this historic decision as a last resort, in the last minute, in order to save ourselves from the risk of elimination. And this is what we had no choice but to do. We didn't put as an objective the change in the regime. We put as the objective the remove of the threats. And the issue of the regime can be a result, but it's not an objective. It's totally in the hands of the people in Iran.
Before you started this mission, what was the assessment given to you by your intelligence community as to how soon they believed Iran would procure a nuclear weapon? Because the American intel seems to suggest that it would have taken Iran perhaps years to procure a nuclear weapon.
No, that's not right. First of all, in terms of the enrichment, they are very advanced. They have enough materials for 9 atomic bombs before we started this operation. In terms of weaponization, they already also began to make a progress. And we thought that it might be an issue of 6 months, maybe less than that, until they can have a nuclear bomb. You always must take into consideration the fact that you cannot know everything, and this is very risky when you are at that point. After we saw that negotiations hadn't brought any results, after we saw that the IAEA report was clear that they are breaching their commitments, after the IAEA declared and stated that they are in a state of non-compliance, there was no reason to just to sit and wait that they will have atomic bombs. That would be a crucial mistake. So we acted in the right time. Maybe we acted too late, but we surely didn't act too early.
What do you want the role of the United States to be in this war between Israel and Iran? President Trump put out on social media some hours ago asking for unconditional surrender of the Iranians and the Iranian leader in particular. The Iranian leader has now responded. He has spoken in a televised address to the nation, and he said there's no question of surrendering.
First of all, the objective of the American administration is similar. They said very clearly that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. They said that they are against Iranian enrichment. In context of what America will do, it's an American decision. We are not speaking on behalf of the US. We, as Israel, will do our utmost to prevent it. I can tell you that already what we did delayed this threat for a significant time. And we are only, I can only say that we are thankful for America in what they are doing in helping in defense. Other decision will be taken by President Trump.
What about the reports of mass casualties to civilians, not just in Iran, where the ministry there says more than 200 have died, but even in Israel, Israeli citizens, last time I checked, more than 24 had died.
We have casualties. You know why we have casualties? Because Iran, this criminal regime of Iran, is specifically targeting civilian population centers. They are killing children and old people deliberately. Today I was in a city called Bat Yam. There is no military facilities there. They just shooting at civilians. We are targeting objectives, targets of nuclear program, of the missiles program, military installations, and so on. It happens that there is collateral damage, but it is very small. We are doing our maximum that there won't be collateral damage, but the difference is that they are targeting civilians and they are making mistakes because they think it might influence the will of the Israeli people. I can tell you that the will of the Israeli people is they are strongly support this operation. Also, the opposition in Israel supporting this operation. So they will not be able to be successful with that criminal strategy.
What is the end point of this war? The Prime Minister was asked about it a couple of days ago, and he said if the leader of Iran were to be killed, that would be the end of the conflict. And you just said a moment ago that that's not an objective of your campaign. I want to know, when will this war end? What has to be achieved for this war to end?
I'll explain it. First of all, I said that the removal of this regime is not an objective we design. Our objectives are connected to their elimination plan, to their nuclear program, to their missiles program. And we have a very detailed plan. We worked very hard for a long time. We know what we want to hit, and it will be achieved when we will finish the mission, when we will finish the job. And the result will be that we are removing this double existential threat, as I said, and we will know exactly when it will happen. We don't have an intention to have an open-ended war, but we will act until we will achieve our goals. We will not stop before that.
Okay, and one final question, Mr. Minister. How do you see India's position in this war? India has called for both sides to de-escalate, as is much of the rest of the world, concerned about just how escalatory this has already turned in the last 6 days.
I had a very good conversation with my colleague Jan Shankar, and also the Prime Minister had a very good conversation with Prime Minister Modi. I cannot speak on behalf of the government of India, but I can tell you that India's traditional policy is to support stability. And stability will be achieved only when this radical axis will be defeated in the region. And maybe we are not very far from there. And then India, I think, in the future of the region is a very important partner to a prosperous Middle East, to the economy, with the idea of connectivity from Asia to Europe through our region. And we believe that we will be partners in shaping a better world and better region after this conflict will be over.
All right, Mr. Gideon Sa'ar, the Foreign Minister of Israel, thank you very much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. Thank you.